Hi guys, welcome back to Prospect Channels TV. Thank you for always having you here. We don't bring you another bonge update. This one is concerning Biafra, Mazen Kanu, and Nigerians. When we say then they won't ask question or they are asking questions to know more about these Biafra agitations. My people, this video is currently heating up in Nigeria right now. You get, I want to say thank you very much for always coming out here. I appreciate everybody. And I also want to use this opportunity to put a disclaimer that in Prospect Channels TV, we don't promote hate speech. I want YouTube to take note of that. We don't sponsor violence, nor promote war. All these I mentioned I hate. So what we do here is to dish out information to our people, okay, locally and internationally, mostly those ones that concerns us in Biafra. So I want YouTube to, take note of that. So guys, let me drop this video so we can watch it together. I will be right back.
To us, I have just concluded my speech, and people are giving us, of course, questioning us as a result of that. Please, once again, please, your name and where you come from.
Thank you. I said my name is Victory. I'm from Edo State, and I'm an architecture student here. I want to ask some questions, and I have some few things to say. Now, Mr. Kanu started by saying that Africa today is poor because Biafra does not exist. Brothers and sisters, I was in Nigeria 2 weeks ago, and I wept. I wept when I entered Lagos because the situation of that country is catastrophic. But let's be honest with ourselves. Let's ask ourselves one question. Is it division or is it unity that will bring us together? In Africa today, there are countries that are suffering. Can you name one country that has survived out of division? South Sudan today, 5 years ago, they broke out. But the country is in serious struggle. He started by saying that Africa is poor because Biafra does not exist. But seriously, brothers and sisters, I do not believe in that. Now, Africa is poor because of supremacy, because of Western imperialism. That is what we should tackle. Brothers and sisters, let us see ourselves as brothers. I'm saying this right now because I am a Nigerian, and I feel what this man is doing here today is treason. Secondly, he said Asia became rich. Most of the countries here became rich because of Japan. I'll tell you one thing. China, you're in China, brother, right now. China has a population of 1.4 billion. And he didn't start by one day. You know, China actually was a country of different factions. They had warlords. And people had, different ethnicities. They were ruled before by people called the Manchus. All right? But today, the majority of Chinese are Hans. But they all live, they work in unity. And China is a prosperous country in the world today. Also, he spoke about slave trade, how people came and took our people out and used them as slaves. Now, the real problem you should have in mind, the real problem in the world today is the British. That is the problem. The white man is the black man's problem. Those are the people we should face. Africa has to unite, not just Nigeria, not Biafra. The entire Africa has to unite, and we need to know the problem. If we begin to create artificial borders today, borders that are not meant to be there, problem will continue. You speak about Biafra. I'm a Benin person. And I want to tell you, I don't know if you guys know about this, but have you heard about the Benin Empire? I will speak about the Benin Empire. If he knows probably about the Benin Empire. The Benin Empire actually, back in those days, was an empire that had a vast land area. But what happened? The British came and they broke it down. I will tell you one thing. In the Benin Empire, in 1897, the British came. When they came, what they wanted to do, they did the Benin massacre. Now, I'll ask everybody one question here today. In Nigeria, which country or which empire or which group of people, what ethnicity fought against the British for the amalgamation of Nigeria? None, apart from the Benin Empire. Now, it was after the Benin Empire was conquered, that was when the northern and the southern protectorate of Nigeria was amalgamated. So, brothers and sisters, what is the purpose of saying all this? It is because as human beings, we must think with our common sense. It is very important, as black men sitting down here, we will not be brainwashed by anybody. I admire people trying to gain freedom, but what do we gain freedom for? We need to gain freedom from white supremacy. We need to gain freedom from imperialism. We need to love ourselves. We are above hatred. Now, Mr. Kanu, over time, has spoken about how he's getting help from countries like Israel and some other countries like that. Now, during the civil war in Nigeria, these are countries that helped us. But Israel as a country today remains one of the most racist countries against blacks. And we sit here and we listen to this man bringing and preaching words that will divide us. I'm ashamed. I'm really, really, really ashamed. He spoke about something else. He said, the Biafran radio today is more popular than BBC. That's a very huge lie. BBC has over 300 million users. That's bigger, that's larger than the population of the entire Nigeria. There is no way that I will accept that this radio is more than BBC. That is not the point of coming here. There are more important things for us to talk about. Now, the serious problem we are having in Nigeria is not our ethnic diversity. Hold on a minute, bro. It's not ethnic diversity. That is a blessing for us. It is unity that we need. We cannot continue to divide ourselves. We are one race. We need to see ourselves as one. There is no need. I'm fully aware. I'm not stupid. I'm a student. I'm fully aware of the atrocities that were committed during the World War. I know how many Biafrans died. But think about it, brothers. Do we want most of those people to die again in Nigeria? I'm not speaking out of fear. Okay? And I want to ask Mr. Kanu one question today. He keeps calling Nigeria a zoo. I want to say something. Nigeria is not a zoo. And if you are here today, you travel to Macau, I believe you use a passport to come to this place. And if you are holding a Nigerian passport and you call Nigeria a zoo, that makes you an animal. I'll say something else. He said, he's speaking totally about Hausa men. Don't you think this man is preaching hatred within us? We know Nigeria has a lot of problem, but separating this country, is that the solution? Let us ask ourselves that question. Let's be honest. Is breaking down Nigeria the solution to the problem right now? We know Biafra wants to be free, but free from what? Free from what? Africa is being misled today, being looted. Central African Republic is not settled. South Sudan is not settled. Somalia, look at Eritrea. People are looting us, and those are the white men. And we come here and we still talk about dividing ourselves. Is that possible? No, that's not possible. They took people from our land and took them to Americas. What we should be doing today is building ourselves and inviting those people back home and let them come back home. Now, the Igbo people today in Nigeria, you guys are very, very familiar with somebody called Mrs. Okonjo-Iweala. This is a woman who was the finance minister of Nigeria. And all through her time in that position, I won't say she made positive impact in Nigeria. No, she didn't. He complained about Buhari I'm not a support of ethnic bias against anybody. He complained about Buhari not calling, ministers and all that. We all know the problem. Because Nigeria is being ruled by a bunch of corrupt people. I don't care if it's Hausa man. A Benin man should be able to come out tomorrow and say that he wants to be the president of Nigeria. Just like Obama came out from Hawaii and became the president of the United States. We cannot continue like this. We need to be very, very honest with ourselves. I am bleeding within when I heard this man saying some things. This is not the right way, brothers and sisters. What we are doing today is totally, bluntly, and extremely wrong. What we should be doing is how to change Nigeria. What we should be doing is how to change Africa as a whole. How to come together and unite. Even Bob Marley himself spoke about how Africa should unite. These are people that we should aspire again to. Listen to Louis Farrakhan of the United States. He speaks about how Africa should unite. And we come here, still want to create artificial borders in Africa. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. He said that, okay, the Igbo believe in fairness and injustice. But what I've heard this man say so far, he's been biased. What I've heard this man say so far, he has vested interest in him. All the interest he's talking about is based on the fact that he wants the Igbo people to rule Nigeria. I don't have any problem with that. Fine, I know you guys want your freedom. But bros, this is not... Just give me a moment. This is not the issue right now. I'm not saying Igbo people should not rule or they shouldn't have their sovereignty or whatever. but Nigeria is a country that has different ethnicities. And what if everybody begins to stand up? As a Benin person, what if I say we want independence? As a Yoruba man, if he comes out and decides to speak that, oh, I want independence, would Nigeria be settled? Let us think. I want to ask us this question. If Mr. Kanu can tell me about one country in the world that has been what they are today based on the fact that they broke up, that they are doing really well today, and I will be very, very delighted, especially in Africa. So, brothers and sisters, let us use our common sense. We must use our common sense. This man is brainwashing us, and if I dare him to bring out his passport right now, if he can't bring out his passport right now and show it to all of us, then we confirm his nationality. If he's Nigerian, then we see that passport. I'm ready to burn my passport for this man. And everybody here, if you are willing, burn your Nigerian passport and let's go to Nigeria. Excuse me. He should not be here. Excuse me, please. Mr. Francis, please. Mr. Francis, listen, I respect everyone here, okay? I have so much respect for you. I've traveled a lot in these countries here in Asia, and I know what we pass through as Nigerians. But believe me, segregation, either ethnic, racial, whatever it is, will not help us. We need to come together. If the Igbo people want people to look towards them, then Mr. Kanu should go to his state and model his state, develop your state, and let other people look forward to your state. And we can vote for you as the president of Nigeria. So you've made ill references. You've spoken about how.
Can I address some of the questions you're raising? Because
hold on. When I'm done,
I want to address you. I want to address what you're saying.
Please, 1 minute for him to answer the question.
Listen to me. Okay, fine. You guys may be agitated about everything I've said.
No, I'm going to respond to you. Why am I
listen, but if as a human being, even if as a black man, we continue like this, we will never, ever, I swear with my life today, if as black men we fail to see the fact that we need to unite, irrespective of our ethnicity, we will not go anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I welcome it. The reason why I allowed him to speak is because I want to address. I think this is the very first time we're encountering this, and I want to start from the beginning. You said that imperialism is the problem. Is that correct? Is that what you said? Yes or no? And that the British is the problem. Did Britain practice imperialism in Africa or not? Are they part of the problem? They are the major cause of the problem. Who created Nigeria? Yes, the British. So if Britain, can you give, I want the world to hear him, please. Come, because the world, come, give him the microphone, please. No, not that one, so that people can hear his response on the radio, because the whole world is listening, please. Because sometimes in life is that the reason why I don't debate with people from the zoo is because they don't come. I want us to learn from each other.
Sir, please, I will have to warn you. We'll have problems if you keep calling us a zoo. I don't know what this man is talking about. You should address people as mature adults. Don't come here and start calling Nigeria a zoo. It makes no sense. It doesn't make you have the spirit of leadership. Is this how Mandela brought?
I have not been. I don't raise my voice.
Wait, hold up. Is this how Mandela? Is this how? No, I'm getting agitated. I don't like what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying.
He should stop calling Nigeria a zoo. I'm not saying this because of my own interest.
We are not here to argue.
You see that is the problem. You see, people don't understand. Since he is not since he doesn't want to. We are live on the air.
Are you doing this?
Listen to me.
Do you want to stay here or not?
Listen to me.
Do you want to stay here or not?
This meeting is for indigenous people of Biafra.
Do you want to stay here or not?
For your brother, that is why you are. Listen to me. Listen. No. I'm not offending you,
bro. This is not.
No, I don't call you.
I think that it's about time that he leaves because he doesn't want to. That's the thing. They don't debate. They don't debate. They don't debate. They don't debate. That is the thing about that. The world is listening. He's a typical.
No, he should ask the right way. He should not call us.
My goodness me.
My brother. This is treason, man. He should talk the right thing.
My
Say the
brother,
right thing,
my
man.
brother.
Bro, I have so much respect for you.
Listen to me. I don't want to send you out.
You can't send me out.
I will send you out.
You can't.
I will do it. I will send. No. I don't want.
Listen, what are we
If you don't
doing here?
stop- If you don't want to, if you don't stop shouting,
People shouldn't worry. There's a Nigerian, that's the way they behave. They don't debate. They are like wild beasts and animals. They don't reason.
I respect your brother.
I want the world to hear them. That's the way they are. They never debate. I allow them to speak, but for me to demolish the garbage he was saying, he won't let me.
I'm listening.
I'm
just here watching them demonstrating.
I don't want him. If you want to say something again, you just say. I don't want him to continue. No. Please.
Go and sit down, my friend. Go and sit down. You don't debate. You don't know how to debate. Go and sit down. You don't debate. I'm going to answer. I have your questions here to answer. Go and sit down. Go and sit down. Sit down. Go and sit down before I address the world. Go and sit down. Go and sit down. Go and sit down. So I will demolish the garbage you came up with line by line. I went to school, and I want to prove it to you that I am educated now. Line by line, the construction of the garbage you came up with. You said that Britain is the problem, British imperialism is the problem. Who created Nigeria? Britain created Nigeria, and if Britain is the problem, anything they created is also a problem. Simple common sense. That demolishes the garbage you came up with. That's number one. You mentioned artificial borders. Who created artificial borders? Is it not the white man? Is it not the white man? You are telling me that having the zoo called Nigeria is a homogeneous society? Do we speak the same language? Do we eat the same food? Do we have the same religion? When was the zoo created? 1914. Is that very clear or not? In 1914, it is a zoological republic. It's a zoo. That's what it is. It's a zoo. Complete and see the way they behave like wild animals. A complete animal. You can see the way they behave. The world is listening to them. That is how they are. Baboons and monkeys. They are. I want to demolish his petty, childish argument. That is the way they are. They call Radio Biafra and they rant. It's a good thing I have them here today, so I can demolish their nonsensical argument. Can we please proceed? He has ranted as a baboon. Maybe Buhari can give him some change. Maybe pay his school fees. He's very hungry and he's very poor. The zoo is a zoo. It's as simple as that. I will continue. He said that the world is listening, please. We are addressing the junk that he came up with. I want to demolish it. He said that it was only Benin people that fought the British. Yes. Maybe he has not heard of Ekumeku and the Asaba massacre. That's why I say they don't go to school in the zoo. That's why I call them baboons and monkeys. They're not learned people. They don't read. Ekumeku. Go and ask for that name and they will tell you. We fought the British every inch of the way. That is why they hate us. He also said he may have dealt with artificial borders. It was actually the so-called Nigeria that is founded on artificial border. I wanted to educate him. I don't know why he's running. I want to let this child understand that you have Yoruba in Benin Republic. Is that true or false? Who divided the Yoruba of Benin Republic and the Yoruba of the zoo? Who divided them? He is talking about that. You know, I want people that when next time I want those that went to school. Not children who didn't read. It was actually your so-called Nigeria that introduced artificial boundaries in the first place. Yes. For your information, because you are not learned. He said that Radio Biafra is not more popular than the BBC. Is that true? No. Do we run tuning? Do we run it? Yes. independent organization. We trended at number 1 before we went to our own app. Bar none. People who did not go to school. He said that the zoo is not a zoo. It is worse than a zoo. Nigeria is worse than a zoological republic. It is far more worse. He said that we preach hate. Is that not what he said? He said I preach hate. Is that correct? Yes. Have you heard of what the Sadwana of Sokoto said about Igbo people? It's on YouTube. Yes. Do you think this student in Macau has actually seen it? No. Is that not hatred? Long time already. Who said that they hate us first? Awasa Fulani said they hate Igbo people. Ahmadu Bello came out and said it before I was born. I hate Igbo people. These are the so-called Nigerians. You know, there's something called hypocrisy and lack of intellect. That is the bane of a black man in Africa. And allow me to repeat what I said. Without Biafra, Africa is doomed. Without Biafra. And there's something called inference, because I'm learned. You draw inference. If you went to school in the zoo, I can't help you, because I'm learned. The reason why Japan is key is because of this. The same thing happened in Europe. It is called competition, in case you don't know. You don't build an economy based on sentiment. You build it based on competition. Why don't all the casinos in Macau come together and be one happy big casino? Because you stifle human creativity and ingenuity if you remove competition. Oh my goodness me. Let me continue to demolish the frivolous and nonsensical argument. He mentioned Okonjo-Iweala did not do well. I wanted to ask him, can you name one Hausa Fulani or a Doman that did well in economy before in the zoo? The answer is 0. Absolute zilch. Because they don't understand the fundamentals of economics. Because you cannot run a viable modern economy in the absence of competition, for goodness sake. What Biafra provides will be a compelling platform to allow people to freely engage with one another based on mutual respect, not on some frivolous sentimentality. Let me tell you this garbage about black. We are all black. We are from Africa. Who told you we are one people? Who told you we are one people? I ask you. Do you have my DNA inside you? Do you eat my food that I eat? Do your mother tie 2-piece wrapper the way my mother does? What makes us the same people? I trace my ancestry and my lineage to the Holy Land of Israel. Where is yours? I don't know where these people went to school. I don't know. That is why they go to for strike for 3 years. At the 4th year they graduate. You don't go to the library to go and read. Who brought hate into Nigeria? Did Nnamdi Azikiwe, and is Nnamdi Azikiwe not an Igbo man? Who fought for Nigeria to be independent? Who is more Nigerian than Nnamdi Azikiwe? Did the Yoruba vote for him? Did Hausa Fulani vote for him? Who peddled more hatred than Hausa Fulani? You don't go to YouTube to go and see things for yourself. You come here and you talk rubbish. You don't know who I am. Igbos to rule Nigeria. What utter garbage. To rule people who drive cattle from place to place. You must be drunk. I want people who are civilized. People who understand what hard work means. Do Hausa work hard? Do you think that all these things you're seeing in China, everywhere in Southeast of Asia, it fell from heaven? Hard work. Hard work. You're telling me about people that separated and they became viable. I will give you one simple example for your information. The United States of America was a colony of the British. And for your information, everybody who is somebody in America claim their ancestry from Mary Rose. Mary Rose sailed from Southampton in England. English people, George Washington is English by ancestry. He said no to feudalism. He said no to monarchy because they understood that the fundamental basis of human advancement is based on the quality of one man to the other, not on having a king or a queen. Do you understand that? Differences of value system, that is what tells you who you are. Value system, not color or race. Value system. If you believe in the same fundamentals as I do, you and I can be in the same country, no problem. Not where one people believes in rankadede and other people are working very, very hard. After giving your summary or your summation, you failed to mention where the oil and gas comes from. You failed to mention how people are dying on the way to Europe. You failed to mention the slaughter of our people. You failed to mention the aggregation of every wealth that we have given to Yoruba. Before we came to liberate our people, let me remind you once again, we went to school to go and study. Very, very hard and very well. Nnamdi Azikiwe from Nkrumah to Western Patrice Lumumba. They came up with this nonsense, Africa Let's Unite garbage. They formed OAU. Is OAU working? No. Is OAU working? No. Their children are drowning on their way to Europe. Have they ever called a summit to discuss the plight of their children? I am a student of contemporary politics and economics. What determines a people who should be together is their value system, what they believe in. That is why you have communism. That is why you had capitalism in those days. Different sets of values. That was the problem between Cuba and America. Different sets of values. That was the problem also between the East and the West until the Iron Curtain fell. It is called value system. If you find commonality in a value system, you can coalesce and you can become one as a people. I welcome your critique. It is to let our people understand that we are prepared. I wrote everything you said down. I have torn it to pieces. What if you want you and I to be in a country together? You have to believe in what I believe in. I will give you a simple example. If you want to become a United States of America citizen, you pledge the oath. Is that not correct? Yes, correct. Do you take the oath in America or not? Before they give you their passport, you must swear allegiance, isn't it? Oath of allegiance in America. You will swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America, which means you can be Alakoba, you can be Islam, you can be Muslim, it doesn't matter. But you must swear to this, to uphold that piece of document. Inside it, it says everybody has the right to free speech. Do you understand? Everybody is born equal before the law. Everybody can go to court to seek redress. They did not say Sharia court. They said court. Proper Judeo-Christian, Greco-Roman court. Is that true or false? You need to believe in democracy if you want to become an American. Is that true or false? It is called value system. If you don't like it, you prefer life in Saudi Arabia where they read the Quran and cut off your hand or your leg if you want to, then you go there. The value system of Saudi Arabia is based on Sharia, the laws of the Quran. If you like it, you go and join them. Value system. The zoo has none. Why do we call it a zoo? Yesterday, a policeman shot dead a certain lady called Comfort. Do you know why Comfort was killed? The husband has keke napep with the children inside it. Do you know why she was killed? Do you know why she was killed? 50 naira. People are saying, why don't you make Nigeria work? It can work someday. I want to live in a country where the police people don't carry guns. You want to live in a country where they carry guns. You and I don't see eye to eye, because before the white man came in my village, there was no police. Talk less of carrying a gun. Was there any stealing? Any criminality? Any war? No raping of women. This was before the white man came into our land. We had no police. But Hausa, I respect them. They had their own police. Yoruba, the Hausa used to be called Alakali. Do you remember that Alakali in primary school? Alakali. I don't begrudge you. I'm not against what you're doing as a person. I am telling you, before the British came, there was no Nigeria. Simple and short. Nigeria was what created artificial boundaries. If I may ask you, Mr. African, what is the meaning of the word Nigeria? Is it an African name? Is Nigeria an African name? It means nigger. Niger means nigger. In French, nigger is a Latin word. In French, it is called Niger. It means black. That's the meaning of it. Even yesterday, one of your musicians, Dïêhard, changed his name to Mr. Raw. Why? Because in America, he went to Apple and said to Apple, I cannot sell my music. He's a Nigerian artist. A zoo artist, I should say. He said to them, why are you not selling my music? They said, you cannot answer this name here. He said, but this thing means nigger. Nigger means Niger. Niger, raw. That's what I answer. They said, no. Here is an offensive word. Remove it. He changed only yesterday to Mr. Raw. Changed his name. Is the name Nigeria African? The answer is no. What is driving me mad is this. Who created Nigeria? Was Nigeria created by Africans? The answer is no. So what is, if the basis of your argument is that Britain, Europe, the white man is the problem, and you're trying to fight defending what the white man created, that means you're very foolish. You don't know your own argument then. You started very well and I supported you that imperialism is the problem, Britain is the problem. I agree. Then how come you are supporting something that Britain created not to serve your interest as a black person, but to serve their own imperialistic view of life? That is where your argument collapsed. I don't hate people. I don't dislike people, but anything that comes from that place is not worthy. There is this thinking and this saying, you know, our people, they put so much stock on passport. And I have said this thing before on Radio Biafra, and I will say it again. Which travel document do you think that George Washington was using when he fought the British in America? In case you don't know, the name George Washington is English. But he fought his own people saying, I don't want to live under a king. I believe that all men are born equal. That is George Washington's value system. It was at odds with that of King George in England. King George came to war. Americans fought and they beat the British. America became an independent country where men are born equal before God and before the laws of man. Different value system determines who you are. People from Edo call Radio Biafra to say, include Edo in, if you were listening before as you claim you do. I said no. Why did I say no? Because you have a respected monarchy that I respect myself. I like the institution of monarchy. The Oba of Benin, I respect very much. The institution, I do. If you bring them into Biafra, we are a republic. We will not have any Igwe, no Eze, no king. Everybody will be equal. Because we don't want to reduce or denigrate your institution, you can keep your Benin kingdom. All well and good, there is no problem. You want to go and get a Fulani man living in Sokoto to be in the same country with you. Okay, how about a Fulani brother who lives in Niger Republic? Do we leave them out? Now, who is bringing in artificial boundaries? You talk about bringing people together. How about Hausa that lives in Chad? How about Hausa in Ghana? Why don't we go for them as well? That is why before you come to debate us, you must get your facts straight. I love black people to get together and dance and make merry. Is a very good thing to have. But practically speaking, it can never ever happen. Look at, I'll give you a civilized example. And that's the last point I'll make on this. Look at European Union. You know the EU. Do you know them? Do you know the EU? You don't know European Union anymore? All of them are Christians, true or false? Not majority, all of them. Turkey wants to come in, they said no, because it's an Islamic country. Every country in the EU is Christian. They believe in democracy. They believe in free trade. They believe in free movement of goods and services, of labor and of people. Why, therefore, is Britain trying to leave the EU? If Britain is trying to leave the EU because they are afraid of German domination, because Germany has a better economy than them and will dominate them, they have the same religion, the same Greco-Roman, Judeo-Christian value system, all of them, they all go to church, either Catholic, Methodist, or Presbyterian, or Anglican. They believe in the cross, Christian. If they cannot be one in Europe that is advanced, how come in Africa, half is Shongo, the other one is Juju, the other one is Islam, the other one is Assemblies of God Church, the other one is Apostolic? How can you get them together to reason like one? He was telling, oh my goodness me. I said I will stop, but let me continue. He was telling me about, let us build one country. If I buy a bottle of Gouda in Omoaya, I can drink it in Omoaya town. If I go to Kanu and drink that same bottle of Gouda, you know what they will do to me? They will cut off my head, not flog you. They will cut off your head. Now, what type of, no, listen carefully. What type of country is that? Where you can drink beer somewhere, but the other place you cannot drink beer. But the VAT they get from beer, they use it to go and develop Ugawasa. I'm sorry to say, I did not do my university education in the zoo. That's why we speak the way we do. We are learned. There is no argument they bring we cannot demolish. None. Because Nigeria itself is an artificial creation. If our ancestors came together with Hausa, Bini, Yoruba, everybody say, do you know what? Let us have a very big country where we can move cattle from place to place, where we can rob and loot and defraud people. Then I wouldn't mind. But a white man came. Do you know the funniest thing? They took him from Hong Kong. You know that? Lugard. Lugard was in Hong Kong now. That's where they hired him from, to go and form the West Africa Frontier Force with Ghanaian soldiers, and they came and conquered and beheaded our people. Somebody is telling me I should be loyal to British imperialism. That's what you mean. If I accept the zoo called Nigeria, it means I need to accept British imperialism, and I wouldn't have that. It's impossible. And I'm sure it is very clear. And thank you very much. That's the way I debate. I allow you to speak. You allow me to speak. I don't jump or shout over people. There's no need for it. Because I know our argument is superior. There is nothing you say I won't demolish. Line by line. Line by line. There is nothing you will say I won't demolish. Everything. Because the unity of the people is based on shared value system. That is how we know who are Biafrans. All the women tie two-piece wrapper. Simple. Value system. Outside. As I told them in Taiwan, you don't tie two-piece wrapper in a hurry, do you? And I remember in here the gossip. All one year about less or top. Please, before you come to debate on Radio Biafra, I'm waiting for Soyinka. Is who I want to demolish him with facts and figures. OAU, Africa, let's unite. For how many years? You can't even unite to get drinking water and getting ordinary drinking water. You cannot unite for it. Every year is good leader, bad leaders. If you get good leader, if you get where are the leaders coming from? From the same population, from the same people. Yet it cannot be developed.
Alright guys, thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. At least this video actually educated so many of us. Yes, you get, this video actually educated so many Nigerians, so many Biafrans. So what do you have to say? Let's hear from you. Kindly drop your comments below the comment section. Don't forget to, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. If today is your first time of discovering this channel. Thank you. See you in my next video. God bless you all. Bye for now.